Ladies and gentlemen, there is a powerful and transformative truth that we must all understand. True prosperity is not a matter of chance, but a matter of divine design. It's not about luck or earthly strategies, but about aligning with the eternal principles of the Creator. And today I want to share with you a prayer, not for temporary wealth, but for a divine, sustainable, and eternal prosperity that will enrich not just your wallet, but your soul. True wealth is not found in schemes, shortcuts, or temporary gains. It is rooted in an understanding of the divine principles that govern the universe. The world may offer quick fixes, but these are fleeting and they leave us empty. Real prosperity, the kind that lasts and multiplies, flows from aligning with the Creator's design. To gain true wealth, we must first grasp that it is not about simply accumulating material goods. True prosperity is the result of living in harmony with divine laws and principles, designed by the Creator to bring abundance to those who walk in alignment with His purpose. The Creator established principles that govern the laws of nature. And just as the laws of gravity work whether we believe in them or not, the laws of prosperity operate in the same way. To experience lasting prosperity, we must acknowledge and operate within these divine principles. The first step to wealth is positioning yourself in harmony with the Creator's purpose. Prosperity is not an accident, nor is it a matter of luck. It's a result of choosing to live in accordance with His will. The Creator's laws of prosperity aren't just for a select few, they are available to all who will align their hearts and actions with them. One of the foundational laws of prosperity is the understanding of seed time and harvest. The law of sowing and reaping governs the universe in every aspect, not just financially, but relationally, spiritually, and emotionally. When we sow seeds of kindness, we receive kindness. When we sow seeds of integrity, we reap trust. Likewise, when we sow seeds of financial investment, we reap a financial harvest. However, this law works not only when it is convenient or when we see immediate results, but in a consistent, disciplined manner. To experience true prosperity, we must understand that giving is an essential component. Too often, people limit their understanding of wealth to accumulation. They think that prosperity is only about what they can acquire, what they can own, or what they can possess. But in the divine economy, giving is the key that unlocks wealth. When we give of ourselves, our time, our talents, and our treasures, we are participating in the flow of abundance that the Creator designed. Generosity is not just a moral or ethical practice, it is a divine principle that opens the doors to more. The more we give, the more we receive, not just financially, but in peace, love, and purpose. But giving must come from a place of faith and trust. It is not enough to give out of obligation or to expect immediate returns. True prosperity comes when we give with a heart full of faith, believing that the Creator has promised to multiply what we sow. This is where trust becomes vital. The Creator's promises are true and His word never fails. When we act in faith, our actions align with His purposes and the Creator honors His word. Faith is the bridge between where we are and where we desire to be. Without faith, there can be no prosperity because we cannot see beyond the present moment or circumstances. When we align our actions with divine principles, we activate faith, which brings us into agreement with the law of seed time and harvest. Our faith fuels our actions and gives us the ability to trust the Creator for the provision and increase that is promised to us. Prosperity begins when we trust in His timing and His process, knowing that He will never fail us. A key component of prosperity is the renewal of our mindset. Too often we are limited by the thoughts we think and the beliefs we hold about wealth and success. Prosperity begins in the mind. If we hold a mindset of scarcity, it will be difficult to experience abundance, no matter how much we give or work. The mind must be renewed to align with the truth that abundance is available to all who seek it, and that prosperity is not reserved for the rich or the powerful, but for anyone who lives in accordance with the divine laws. When we change the way we think about wealth, we begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Prosperity is a mindset shift. It is choosing to believe that you have been created to succeed, that you are worthy of the Creator's provision, and that prosperity is a natural outgrowth of living in harmony with His laws. Prosperous individuals think differently than others. They see the potential in every situation, the opportunity in every challenge, and the blessing in every interaction. Prosperity also comes from understanding the power of vision. Vision is a guiding force that leads us toward the future that the Creator has prepared for us. Without vision, there is no purpose, and without purpose, there is no direction. The Creator has given each of us a purpose, and prosperity flows from the clarity of knowing what that purpose is. When we pray for vision, we align ourselves with God's plan, and as we walk in that plan, the resources we need will follow. The Creator has established the law of abundance, and prosperity is not just about what we can accumulate for ourselves, but about being a channel through which His blessings flow to others. It is through generosity that we create a cycle of abundance, both for ourselves and for those around us. When we give freely, we tap into the eternal flow of prosperity that never runs dry. Prosperity is a blessing that multiplies the more we pour it out. Thus, the true path to wealth lies not in gathering but in giving, not in hoarding but in releasing. When we live in alignment with these divine principles, faith, giving, vision, and a renewed mindset, we open the doors to the abundant life the Creator has promised. This is the path to lasting prosperity, a life of purpose, a life of abundance, and a life of generosity. It is a life lived in harmony with the divine principles that govern the universe. And when we follow these principles, wealth follows us naturally and without effort. The foundation of true prosperity is rooted in vision and purpose. Without a clear vision, prosperity becomes elusive, a distant dream rather than a tangible reality. Vision is the ability to see beyond the present and perceive the future that is awaiting you. It is a mental image of the possibilities that the Creator has placed in your heart, and it's through vision that you begin to understand your divine purpose. Vision is not just a wish or a desire, it is the blueprint of the life you are meant to lead. The Creator has given each of us a unique assignment on this earth, and prosperity begins when we align ourselves with that assignment. Your purpose is the key that unlocks your potential, and the vision of that purpose is the map that guides your steps. Without vision, you wander aimlessly, never achieving what you are meant to accomplish. Prosperity follows purpose. When you are walking in your purpose, the Creator opens doors for you, supplies your needs, and blesses the work of your hands. Knowing your purpose means knowing who you are, why you exist, and what you are called to do in this world. Many people go through life without ever truly understanding their purpose. They chase success, money, and status, thinking these will bring fulfillment. But fulfillment is found in purpose, not in accumulation. The wealth that comes with purpose is not just financial, it encompasses peace, joy, and the deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you are doing what you were created to do. Prosperity is not about collecting things, but about fulfilling your divine assignment. Purpose and vision are inseparable. You cannot have one without the other. A vision without purpose is like a ship without a rudder. It may move, but it will never reach its destination. Purpose provides direction to vision, and vision fuels purpose. When you have a vision of where you want to go, it ignites your passion to pursue it. Passion is the driving force that propels you toward your goals. Without passion, there is no momentum. Without momentum, there is no achievement. But passion alone is not enough. Vision and purpose must be pursued with discipline. It's easy to get excited about a new idea or dream, but the real work comes in the commitment to see it through. Discipline is what turns vision into reality. It is the daily commitment to take action, to remain focused, and to persevere even when the road gets tough. Prosperity comes to those who are willing to pay the price for their dreams, to stay the course even when the results are not immediate. When you pursue your vision with passion and discipline, the Creator begins to move in extraordinary ways. He opens opportunities, connects you with the right people, and provides the resources you need. Prosperity is not just a result of hard work, it's a result of following the vision and purpose that God has placed within you. When you operate in your purpose, you become a magnet for divine favor and provision. I think too many people chase success without understanding their purpose. They measure their success by what they have or what they own, rather than by how closely they are living in alignment with their divine purpose. Prosperity flows from fulfilling the assignment given to you. When you are in your purpose, the Creator brings you the resources you need to fulfill it. But you must be willing to work for it. Vision without action is just a dream, and purpose without effort remains unfulfilled. Your vision should be bigger than your present circumstances. It should challenge you, stretch you, and inspire you to grow. When you have a vision of greatness, it forces you to leave behind mediocrity. It compels you to rise above the status quo and reach for something greater. Prosperity is not for those who are content with just enough. It is for those who are willing to reach for abundance and work toward it with unwavering commitment. Your vision also needs to be clear. The more specific your vision, the easier it becomes to align your actions with it. A vague vision leads to confusion and wasted effort. A clear vision helps you stay focused, make decisions, and navigate the challenges that will come. It allows you to say no to distractions and yes to the opportunities that align with your purpose. Once you have clarity of purpose and vision, you must align your actions with them. Every decision you make should bring you closer to your goal. Prosperity is not just about doing a lot of things, it's about doing the right things. You must be willing to prioritize your time, your energy, and your resources toward your purpose. When you do this, everything else will fall into place. Prosperity follows purpose, and purpose is fulfilled through vision, passion, and discipline. God has given each of us a unique calling and a vision for our lives, and when we align ourselves with that calling, prosperity becomes not just a goal, but a natural outcome. As you pursue your vision, remember that the Creator is with you, guiding your steps, providing the resources you need, and opening doors that no man can shut. Prosperity is the result of living a life of purpose, a life of vision, and a life dedicated to fulfilling the divine assignment placed upon your life. When you are aligned with your purpose, the Creator will bless your efforts and prosperity will follow. Prosperity is not merely the result of hard work, strategy, or skill. It is deeply intertwined with faith. Faith is the catalyst that activates the divine laws of abundance and prosperity. It is through faith that we align ourselves with the Creator's purpose, trusting that He will provide all that we need to fulfill the assignment He has given us. Prosperity, therefore, is a byproduct of our faith in the Creator, in His Word, and in His process of sowing and reaping. To prosper, you must first believe that prosperity is your divine right and act accordingly. Faith is not just a passive belief, but an active force that shapes our actions and our destiny. It is the belief that what the Creator has promised, He will deliver. In the realm of prosperity, faith means trusting that God's word holds true and that His promises are yes and amen. The Creator has declared that He desires to bless us abundantly, and prosperity is part of the blessing He has made available to all who align with His principles. When you have faith, you no longer see scarcity as your reality, but rather you see the abundant provision that is available to you through the Creator's generosity. Prosperity begins with the belief that it is your divine right. The Creator created you to live abundantly, not just in material wealth, but in every area of life, relationships, health, peace, and purpose. When you understand that prosperity is your birthright as a child of God, it shifts your perspective and sets the foundation for abundance. The enemy of prosperity is doubt. Doubt tells you that you are not worthy, that you are not capable, or that God will not provide. But faith shatters those lies. Faith declares that God is more than able to meet every need, and He delights in providing for those who trust Him. Faith is not only about believing in the Creator's ability to provide, but also about trusting His timing. We live in a world that desires instant results, but prosperity follows a divine process. The Creator has established laws that govern the way prosperity flows, and one of those laws is the principle of sowing and reaping. When you sow, you don't always see an immediate return. but that doesn't mean your harvest isn't coming. Faith allows you to trust in the process, knowing that the Creator's timing is perfect. The harvest may take time, but it is guaranteed for those who sow in faith. When we sow, whether it is through our finances, our time, or our talents, we do so in faith, trusting that what we plant today will yield a bountiful harvest in the future. Sowing is not just an act of generosity, it is an act of faith. You are investing in the future, believing that the Creator will multiply your seeds and return them to you in abundance. Prosperity is the result of this process: sowing, trusting, and patiently waiting for the harvest. Trusting God's timing also means that we don't take matters into our own hands. Prosperity does not come by manipulating circumstances or trying to force outcomes. It comes through trusting that God knows exactly when and how to bring the blessings into your life. There are times when we may not understand why things aren't happening as quickly as we'd like, but faith assures us that God is working behind the scenes. He is orchestrating the right connections, opportunities, and resources at the right time. Faith reminds us that God's delays are not denials, they are simply part of His perfect plan. To activate prosperity through faith, we must also act accordingly. Faith without works is dead, as the Scripture tells us. It's not enough to believe that prosperity is possible, we must take the necessary steps to walk in that prosperity. Faith moves us to act in alignment with God's promises. When we believe that God will provide, we act with confidence, knowing that He will equip us for every good work. We seek opportunities, take risks, and invest in the work He has called us to do. Faith empowers us to take action even in the face of uncertainty. Another key aspect of faith is gratitude. Faith acknowledges that every good and perfect gift comes from the Creator, and as we walk in faith, we are continually thankful for His provision. Gratitude reinforces the belief that we already possess what we need, even when we may not see it physically. When we trust that prosperity is our divine right, we begin to operate in an abundance mindset. We express our faith by being grateful for the blessings we have and trusting that more will come. Gratitude opens the door for more blessings to flow because it acknowledges the faithfulness of the Creator. Moreover, faith helps us maintain peace in the process. As we trust God's timing and His provision, we are not shaken by the challenges or delays that may come our way. Faith gives us the strength to endure the waiting period and to remain faithful, knowing that our harvest is guaranteed. When we operate in faith, we stop worrying about our lack or our circumstances, and instead we focus on what the Creator is doing on our behalf. Faith gives us the peace to rest in the knowledge that God is in control. In every area of life, prosperity follows faith. It begins with the belief that prosperity is your divine right, continues with the faith to trust in the Creator's timing and process, and manifests through the actions you take in alignment with His Word. Prosperity is not for the timid or the doubtful, but for those who walk in bold faith, trusting that the Creator will fulfill every promise He has made. Your faith in God's Word, His process, and His timing will unlock the doors to prosperity and lead you to a life of abundance. As you walk in faith, you will see the fruit of your trust, and prosperity will follow you in every area of your life. The law of seed time and harvest is one of the most powerful principles in the universe, and it applies to every area of life, not just financial prosperity. This law reveals the profound truth that everything in life operates through cycles of sowing and reaping. Riches, wealth, and abundance are not simply the results of accumulating things, but are the direct outcome of giving, investing, and sowing seeds into the right soil. When you plant seeds, whether they be financial, relational, or spiritual, you are positioning yourself for a harvest. But the quality and consistency of the seeds you plant determine the nature and magnitude of the harvest you will receive. The law of seed time and harvest is deeply rooted in divine principles. Just as the farmer sows seeds into the ground, trusting that they will grow into a fruitful harvest, we are called to sow into the lives of others, into our work, and into the endeavors that align with our purpose. Every action, every decision, every moment we invest is a seed being planted. When you plant seeds of generosity, of faith, of service, or of love, you are setting in motion a process that will produce a harvest in due season. The Creator designed this law to be universal. What you sow, you will reap. This is a principle that governs not only the natural world but the spiritual and financial realms as well. Financial prosperity operates under this law just as much as any other area of life. Your financial harvest is directly related to the quality and consistency of the seeds you plant. If you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly, but if you sow generously, you will reap generously. The size of your harvest is directly tied to the investment you make. But remember, sowing is not just about money. It is about the investment of your time, your energy, and your effort into what is truly valuable. When you sow into your purpose, into relationships, and into opportunities, you are laying the groundwork for future prosperity. Wealth does not appear out of nowhere. It is the result of consistent and wise sowing over time. The key to understanding the law of seed time and harvest is to recognize that the harvest is always greater than the seed. A single seed does not merely produce one fruit or one plant, it produces a multiplication of fruit. This principle is a reflection of the Creator's generosity. When you plant a seed, you are not just planting for today but for the future. The Creator designed the process of sowing and reaping to ensure that abundance flows continually. When you sow into good soil, that seed will grow and multiply, yielding a harvest that exceeds what you could have imagined. But the harvest is only as great as the quality of the seed. To sow the right seeds, you must ensure that you are planting in good soil. This means investing in things that align with your values, your vision, and your purpose. It also means discerning where your time, money, and energy are being invested. When you sow into the right soil, into endeavors, relationships, and causes that are aligned with your purpose and the Creator's will, you are guaranteed a rich harvest. But when you plant in poor soil, your efforts will yield little return. The key to financial prosperity, then, is to discern where you are sowing and ensure that your seeds are being planted in fertile ground. Consistency is equally important in the law of seed time and harvest. It is not enough to sow occasionally and expect great results. Prosperity comes to those who consistently plant seeds in faith day in and day out. When you make the decision to plant seeds of kindness, of generosity, of hard work, and of wisdom, you are setting the stage for a harvest that will come in due season. The harvest may not appear immediately, but that does not mean it is not coming. The process of sowing and reaping takes time. Just as the farmer must wait for the seeds to grow, so must you wait for your harvest to manifest. In the waiting, you trust that the Creator is at work behind the scenes, bringing forth the results of your sowing. Another crucial element of the law of seed time and harvest is faith. Faith is the force that drives the sowing process. When you sow a seed, you must believe that it will grow, that it will multiply, and that it will return to you in abundance. Without faith, sowing becomes a mechanical act, void of purpose or expectation. But when you sow in faith, you activate the law of multiplication. You believe that the Creator will take your seed and multiply it, not only in financial terms, but in the blessings that accompany it: peace, favor, relationships, and opportunities. Faith is the key that unlocks the potential of every seed. Prosperity through the law of seed time and harvest is also about understanding that the timing of the harvest is in God's hands. While sowing is our responsibility, the harvest is determined by the Creator. We must trust in His timing and His wisdom. The harvest may not come immediately or in the form we expect, but it is guaranteed to come. When you plant seeds with a heart full of faith and a willingness to wait, the harvest will come at the appointed time, often in ways that exceed your expectations. We must also understand that the law of seed time and harvest is not just about accumulating wealth for ourselves. The purpose of prosperity is to be a blessing to others. When you sow generously, you are not only ensuring your own harvest, but you are also sowing into the lives of others. The more you give, the more you receive. This is the divine cycle of prosperity: sow, reap, and bless others. When you sow into the lives of others through kindness, love, or generosity, you are creating a flow of abundance that will return to you in manifold ways. In conclusion, the law of seed time and harvest is a powerful principle that governs prosperity. It teaches us that wealth is not an end in itself, but the result of consistent and faithful sowing into the right soil. Prosperity is a byproduct of giving, investing, and sowing with purpose and faith. When we plant seeds of integrity, generosity, and wisdom, we position ourselves for a rich and abundant harvest. The Creator has set this law into motion, and those who understand it and operate by it will experience prosperity in every area of life. Your financial harvest and every other harvest in your life is directly linked to the quality, consistency, and faith with which you sow your seeds. Your thinking shapes your reality. The way you think about money, success, and opportunities determines the course of your financial future. Prosperity does not simply happen by chance. It begins with a mindset that is open to opportunity, willing to grow, and committed to making choices that are in alignment with integrity and discipline. To experience true abundance, you must undergo a shift in thinking, a renewal of thought that transforms your approach to wealth, success, and life itself. At the core of prosperity is the understanding that your mindset is the most powerful tool you possess. How you think will dictate what you believe about yourself, your potential, and your ability to achieve. A mindset that is fixed on scarcity will only see lack, while a mindset that is focused on abundance will recognize opportunity and abundance everywhere. Prosperity begins with the belief that there is more than enough to go around. When you adopt an abundance mindset, you start to see opportunities instead of obstacles, potential instead of limitations, and solutions instead of problems. This mindset shift is essential for creating the life you desire. A key aspect of this shift is the willingness to grow. Prosperity is not static, it is dynamic and requires constant growth and adaptation. The individual who is open to learning, to improving, and to developing new skills is the one who will thrive. Prosperity is built on the principle of growth in your knowledge, your abilities, your relationships, and your character. When you embrace growth, you are opening the door to new opportunities, new possibilities, and new ways of thinking. Growth is not always easy, but it is necessary for reaching new levels of prosperity. You must be willing to step out of your comfort zone, take risks, and pursue excellence. This requires a mindset that is not afraid to fail, but one that views failure as a stepping stone toward greater success. Equally important is a mindset that is committed to making the right choices based on principles of integrity and discipline. Prosperity is not just about what you do, but about how you do it. Integrity is the foundation upon which lasting prosperity is built. It is the commitment to doing what is right, even when no one is watching. Integrity in business, in relationships, and in finances creates a reputation that attracts opportunities and opens doors. It is through integrity that trust is built, and trust is the currency of lasting success. Prosperity that is gained through dishonest means is fleeting, but prosperity built on integrity endures. Discipline is another key component of the mindset that leads to prosperity. Discipline means making the right choices consistently, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. It is about staying committed to your vision and goals, regardless of the challenges that arise. Financial prosperity is not the result of sporadic actions, but of consistent, disciplined efforts over time. Whether it's budgeting, saving, investing, or working toward your goals, discipline is what ensures that you stay on track and achieve success. It is through discipline that you create the habits that support your prosperity. Mindset shifts and the renewal of thought also require the elimination of limiting beliefs. Many people hold on to negative beliefs about money, wealth, and success that keep them from experiencing prosperity. These beliefs may come from past experiences, societal conditioning, or fear of failure. To walk in prosperity, you must replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of thinking, I can't afford it, begin to think, how can I make it happen? Instead of saying, I'll never be wealthy, declare, I am worthy of abundance and am attracting wealth. It's important to recognize and challenge these limiting beliefs so that you can step into a mindset that aligns with prosperity. A renewed mind is also a mind that focuses on solutions. When you face financial challenges or setbacks, a prosperity mindset will ask, "What can I learn from this?" rather than "Why is this happening to me?" Those with a mindset focused on prosperity do not dwell on problems or obstacles. They focus on finding creative solutions and taking action. They understand that challenges are a part of the journey, and they use those challenges as opportunities to grow and improve. A solution-oriented mindset keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets tough. Renewing your mind also means being intentional about what you feed it. The thoughts you think, the information you consume, and the people you surround yourself with all influence your mindset. If you want to cultivate a mindset of prosperity, you must feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts and surround yourself with people who inspire and encourage you to grow. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the conversations you engage in, these all shape your thinking. Be intentional about exposing yourself to content that challenges you to think bigger, to take action, and to believe in your potential. When you fill your mind with wisdom, knowledge, and positivity, it reinforces the mindset required for prosperity. A mindset of prosperity also understands that success is not just about individual wealth, but about creating value and contributing to the well-being of others. Prosperity is not selfish, it is a flow that benefits both the individual and the community. When your mindset is focused on adding value, on solving problems, and on making a difference, you attract prosperity in ways that go beyond financial gain. The more value you create in the lives of others, the more prosperity you will experience. True wealth is measured by how much you give, how much you contribute, and how much you elevate those around you. To sum up, the mindset shifts and renewal of thought are at the core of prosperity. Your thinking will determine your financial future. A mindset that is open to opportunity, committed to growth, and rooted in integrity and discipline will lead to abundance. To experience prosperity, you must replace limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts, adopt a solution-oriented approach, and feed your mind with the wisdom and inspiration that will propel you forward. Prosperity begins with a renewed mind, one that believes in abundance, embraces growth, and consistently makes choices aligned with divine principles. When you transform your thinking, you transform your life, and prosperity will follow. Generosity is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, and it plays a central role in the blessing cycle that leads to prosperity. The quickest way to prosperity is not through hoarding wealth or holding tightly to what you have, but through the active cycle of giving. When you sow into the lives of others, whether it's through your time, resources, or talents, you create a flow of abundance that mirrors the generosity of the Creator. The principle of generosity is a divine law that operates in cycles, and your own prosperity is often tied directly to the generosity you extend to others. At the core of generosity is the recognition that everything you have comes from the Creator. When you understand that your wealth is not solely for your benefit, but a tool to bless others and further the kingdom, it shifts your perspective. The Creator, who is the ultimate source of abundance, operates in a constant flow of giving. The more He gives, the more there is to give. When you align yourself with this flow, you begin to experience the cycle of blessings that comes with generosity. Just as the Creator blesses abundantly, He also expects His people to be channels of that blessing, spreading it through acts of generosity. When you give, you are not only helping others, but also investing in your own future. The act of sowing is a fundamental principle in the law of seed time and harvest. Just as a farmer plants seeds in the ground, believing that a harvest will come, when you give generously, you are planting seeds of abundance that will multiply and return to you in due season. Your generosity becomes the seed for your own wealth. You may not always see the immediate return, but rest assured, the Creator honors your giving and will multiply what you sow in ways you may not expect. Generosity breaks the cycle of selfishness and lack. Many people live in fear of not having enough, but when you choose to give freely, you break free from that mindset. Generosity is an act of faith. It's a declaration that you trust that the Creator will provide for your needs, even as you give to meet the needs of others. This faith opens the door to abundance. When you give, you are demonstrating that you believe there is more than enough for everyone, including you. This belief activates the cycle of blessings, creating a flow of prosperity that begins with your generosity and continues to grow as you invest in others. The key to generosity is not just the amount you give, but the heart with which you give. The Creator loves a cheerful giver. Generosity must come from a place of love, compassion, and a genuine desire to bless others. When you give with a generous heart, your giving becomes an act of worship, an offering of gratitude to the Creator for all that He has done for you. This heart of generosity opens you up to receive even more, because God sees your heart and rewards those who give with a spirit of joy and thanksgiving. The blessing cycle of generosity operates on a principle of multiplication. It is not a simple one-to-one exchange, it is a multiplication of what you give. When you sow seeds of kindness, compassion, and resources into others' lives, you position yourself to receive a harvest that far exceeds what you initially gave. This principle is rooted in the divine law of abundance, where generosity creates a flow of prosperity that overflows into your life. Whether it's financial blessings, opportunities, relationships, or favor, generosity opens the door for a continual increase in all areas of life. Generosity is also a reflection of the Creator's heart. As His children, we are called to emulate His generosity. He has given us everything we need, and in turn we are called to give to others. Whether you're helping someone in need, contributing to a cause, or investing in the growth of others, your generosity reflects the character of the Creator Himself. In this way, generosity becomes a powerful tool for advancing His kingdom, spreading His love, and increasing the flow of blessings in the world. When you give, you align yourself with the divine purpose of blessing others and fulfilling the Creator's vision for abundance and prosperity. Furthermore, generosity has a ripple effect. When you give to others, you inspire them to give as well. Your actions serve as a model for others, creating a culture of giving that perpetuates prosperity. The cycle of generosity is not just a personal experience, it is a collective one. As people give and receive, as communities support one another, prosperity spreads, creating an environment where everyone can thrive. Prosperity is not just about personal gain, it is about creating a cycle of blessings that benefits everyone in the community. When you give, you are part of something larger than yourself, a divine cycle of blessing that transforms lives and communities. Generosity also strengthens relationships. When you give, you build trust and goodwill with others. People are drawn to those who are generous because generosity is a reflection of love, care, and empathy. These relationships open doors to opportunities and favor. In the world of business, generosity can lead to partnerships and collaborations that bring mutual benefits. In personal relationships, generosity creates a bond of trust and loyalty. Generosity cultivates goodwill, and goodwill leads to abundance in both personal and professional life. Lastly, generosity is a key to breaking the spirit of poverty. Poverty is not just a lack of money, it is a mindset that believes there is not enough, that resources are limited, and that survival is the goal. Generosity is the antidote to this mindset. It breaks the cycle of fear and limitation, replacing it with a mindset of abundance and faith. When you give, you declare that you trust the Creator to supply all your needs, and you actively participate in the cycle of prosperity. By giving freely, you declare that you are not bound by lack, but by the abundance of the Creator. In conclusion, the quickest way to prosperity is through the cycle of giving. When you sow into the lives of others, you activate a divine flow of abundance that reflects the generosity of the Creator. Your generosity becomes the seed for your own wealth, creating a blessing cycle that brings prosperity into every area of your life. Generosity is not just about money, it is about giving of yourself, your time, your resources, and your love. When you give generously, you open the door to a future of abundance, favor, and opportunities that will far exceed what you initially gave. The Creator has designed the world to operate in cycles of giving and receiving, And as you sow generously, you position yourself to receive an overflow of blessings that will transform your life and the lives of those around you. In conclusion, the path to true prosperity is not found in the accumulation of wealth for its own sake, but in aligning ourselves with divine principles that govern abundance. Prosperity is a byproduct of understanding the power of vision and purpose, exercising faith in the process, sowing seeds of integrity, and embracing the transformative power of a renewed mind. It is through the cycles of giving, generosity, and service that we activate the flow of blessings that the Creator has destined for us. As you walk in these principles, understanding that true wealth begins in the mind, rooted in purpose, and sustained by faith, you will see the manifestation of your dreams and the fulfillment of your destiny. Generosity will not just be an action, it will become the very seed that multiplies and brings forth a harvest that is beyond your imagination. Prosperity is not just about what you gain, but what you give. It is about becoming a channel of blessing, a vessel through which the Creator flows His abundance. When you align yourself with these principles, vision, faith, sowing, generosity, and discipline, your life becomes a living testimony of the Creator's provision. You will see doors of opportunity open, relationships flourish, and favor surround you like a shield. Remember, prosperity is not a destination, it is a journey. And as you walk in the fullness of divine principles, you will walk in the wealth of the kingdom. You are destined for greatness, and prosperity is your divine inheritance. Take hold of it, walk in it, and live the life of abundance that was designed for you from the very beginning.